done. Let's take a look at one example. So this is a project that's completed by 4 undergraduate students in the spring, so spring 2024. They studied this project with no knowledge about generative AI, then finished this in 2-3 months. And the results are pretty good. So let me show you very quickly what it is. So it's called Stammy. It's a chatbot for UConn Stanford admission. So what we so why do we need this chatbot? So you know the UConn admission chatbot online is only for the whole university. So it has a heavy focus on the Stores campus. So the UConn Stanford admissions office has only 2 full-time people, and they are really resource constrained. So I talked to them once, and they were like, "Yeah, it would be great if we can have a admission chatbot." So what we did is I get some brochures from them. So they have those printed brochures. They don't even have PDFs. They have like printed ones. And my students took them as scanned PDF by me, and then converted them into text and then put them into the rack system as some knowledge, right? You can see those documents. We had some transfer student FAQs for first year student, how to apply to UConn, this type of documents. So these are all from the admissions office. The students did their work to put them in as knowledge, and then into the chatbot. And of course, they have a little like did a lot of work in the prompting part. But once it's done, it can be used by the admissions office. So like after the project ended last semester, we met with admissions office, and they were quite impressed by this. And they said like they tried to ask some questions, and they're quite satisfied with the answers. The only times when they are not satisfied is when the documents they provided were outdated. So it's the documents themselves that's preventing the chatbot from being effective. So we are working together and see how we can host this for the admissions office, because they don't really have any resources to manage this. And we, like the Digital Frontiers Initiative, haven't established the process to host this for them. But we are in the process now. Um, we get some GPUs from the School of Business, and maybe we will be able to host this. But let me show you how it's architectured. And also, I think oh no, I shouldn't stop this here. So, and also, I think this is a good chance to introduce the platform behind this. Let me do this.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, go ahead, actually.
So I had a quick question. So as Ajay was mentioning that there can be instances when someone can be giving wrong prompts, because as a student, people would try to do a lot of things. So what if they give a wrong prompt in this one, saying that uh you know if they try to teach it something just stupid, so how does it react?
So that, I think for that, you will have to enhance the prompt. And if the stake is not very high, you can do this. So that's why a lot of companies, when they have generative AI applications, they first have internal chatbots, because you always have the employee or employees as the final gatekeeper of this. But anything that you want to put out facing the public, you will need to be very careful, right? So like this might or might not work. And there might be weird things that people ask this chatbot and then hold you accountable. So anything that you do with external clients or partners, you have to be careful.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have like I don't think anyone has a uh, has a like the whole solution to this. You will have to deal with it with your business needs and the situation. So you have to be resourceful and also think carefully about different things. So let me show you what this is, and it's also a good time to introduce the platform DeFi that we are going to use in our assignments. So here is the uh, user interface of the Stammy chatbot. So here, let's first see how it's going to look like for the customers. So if you look at the preview, it's just like a chatbot here, right? When I start chat, it will say like welcome me saying, hey, hello, I'm Stammy, the UConn Stanford admission chatbot, provide information. And then it will ask us some questions. Are you a first year student, a transfer applicant, uh, or others? So let me see. I'm going to announce this. I'm a UConn Stanford student, current student. Okay, so that's transcribed correctly. So how can I assist you today? So let's see, what are the majors on the UConn Stanford campus? Okay, it begins to think, and it's actually going through the knowledge base, and it will provide me some answers. For example, School of Business, we have business data analytics, financial management, marketing management, fintech. And these are the undergraduate programs because the admissions office are mainly responsible for undergraduate admissions. So here we have all these majors here, but if our students wants to study biology, it's not on this list, right? So they might have to transfer to the main campus to study that. Let's ask that. What if I want to study biology? Right? They can pursue a general study degree and take biology classes, and they can transfer to UConn Stanford campus later on. There's a comprehensive biology program, right? So as you can see, it answers all these questions. And for example, the majors here, you will see it starts to use knowledge, right? Majors offered at the UConn Stanford campus, and list of majors and academic programs, right? All this knowledge were used in answering this question. So now let's go back to the backend and see what's happening there. By the way, feel free to unmute and ask any questions. So this is the platform that you're going to use. It's open source, so I'm going to talk about that. And like just unmute and ask any questions. Okay, so
Professor,
go ahead.
So is this running on that DeFi SaaS?
So for me, no, it's not. It's you can say the domain is genai4all.org. It's my domain. It's my domain. So it's hosted on my home server. So I just have a server running at home, and it's just running there, and it's actually running on our Mac Mini.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
So DeFi you installed on Mac?
Yeah, it's based on Docker. You are going to do that in Lab2, and once you do that, you can run it anywhere. Run it on your laptop, and if you want to make a server at home, you can do that as well.
Okay, I tried to use on that Windows at halfway through. It didn't go through.
Yeah. So I can show you in a little bit, but let's finish our Stammy first. So that was the user interface. It's like a chatbot, and you can see, like, if you use the same client, it's going to save all the conversations. But here at the backend, the orchestrate interface is the main one that you are going to do things with. So here, the first one is the instruction, right? Let me make this bigger. This is a little bit too small. Oh, my screen is a little bit small. Let me swap the screen. Okay. Now, let me move my browser up here. Okay, so now it's a bigger one. Let me know if it's too small for you. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now let's take a look at this instruction. Role Stammy or UConn Stanford Admission Assistant. It has tools. It has a web scraper, which can be used to crawl web pages from stanford.uconn.edu, admissions.uconn.edu, or uconn.edu. Yeah, and that's pretty much what it has. And the workflow is there has to be a conversation opener, and there are specific instructions, and when no information is provided, what the behavior should be, answering questions, guidelines, relevant information. So if they cannot, if you cannot answer the question, they can provide information so that the students can contact the office directly, right? So that's what like all the instruction is. It's, as you can see, it's a prompt. It's a relatively lengthy prompt. By no means this is optimal, but it does the job. And for undergraduate students who did not have a lot of experience in generative AI, can do this. So you are going to do much better than this. Okay, so by the end of this semester, you are going to do much better than this. So that's the prompt part. And now that's basically the system prompt you have. And on the other side, when the user provide queries, this is the user prompt, right? So now let's take a look at some other things. We're going to introduce more things about this system later, but let's take a look at what this context is. This context is the knowledge base. This is the RAG part of DeFi. Okay, so if you I'm not sure that you can click this. So if you go to knowledge, you're going to see, oh, let me put this up. You'll be able to see all the documents the student has transcribed and then uploaded to the system. So for example, UConn Stanford fact sheet, right? So it's a document, and it, like, once you, so it's a Word document that they uploaded. And once you click into this, you will see it has been chunked into 9 pieces here. Okay, so 9 pieces here. And each one of them is part of that document. And here the okay. Coincidentally, I had the academics 4-year degree program here, and that's the major that we talked about, right? And it has 443 characters, 19 retrieval counts. That's how many times this chunk has been used, and the vector hash since it has been embedded. Okay, so that's the like a big picture of the DeFi platform. But now let me walk you through a little bit more about